Hi everybody, welcome to our first Tentaroo demo video. Today we are going to talk about logging into Tentaroo and updating your unit or person profile. In future videos, we're going to talk about how to update your unit roster, how to register for an event, and eventually how to reserve a facility at camp. So to get started, you're going to want to open a web browser to your home page. In the main navigation bar, you're going to go to www.tentaroo.com, hit enter. So this is the Tentaroo homepage that you're seeing now. To get to the PA Dutch Council's portion, if you hover over Council Login, go down, you'll find Pennsylvania Dutch and click on that. It'll take you to the Pennsylvania Dutch Council homepage. You can also get here by going straight to tentaroo.com/PA-Dutch. Okay? So now that we're on the login page for the PA Dutch Council, a couple things I want to show you while you're here. One, if you need help or have any issues, our Council Service Center phone number is always up in the top right corner. If you have issues, give that a call and ask for Leslie or Mike, and we can give you a hand with resetting accounts and passwords and all of that kind of stuff. Also, on every page once logged in and here on the home page, there's a menu across the top. There is a user manual. A lot of the topics in here don't apply to just the general user. They're mostly for us that are setting up events and those kinds of things, but there are a couple things I'll point out that are useful. When we get there, there is a training for how to register for an event and one on how to reserve a facility. But there will be separate videos in the future about each of those things. So that's the user manual. There's also support here if you need to contact Tentaroo for any issue. But before you do that, please give the Council Service Center a call and we'll try to help you out. Okay, so going to log in and or create an account. To start, every unit in the Pennsylvania Dutch Council as of the middle of January 2015 already has an account in Tentaroo. Login information, passwords, and usernames will be distributed through roundtables. If you try to set up an account for your unit, if it's already in there and you try to use the email address that's tied to it, you'll get a message saying that the email address is already in use and you can get your password that way. But we will be distributing the login information for the units that are already in the system very, very soon. So the first thing I want to show you is how to create a new account if you need to. You will see create a new account here on the right side of the screen. There's an event list here. If you click the drop down, these are the list of events that are currently available and open for online registration. So you can click an event that you want to sign people up for. I'm just going to use Blue Training for right now. And then I'm going to hit continue. It's going to pull up the create a new account information. Account type. There are two types, either unit or individual family. Unit, if you want to create an account for your entire unit for event registrations, again, PA Dutch Council units are already in the system. You can do that. Individual families can set up an account. For example, if an individual wants to sign up for their own training, or if you have families registering individually for, say, a family camp once they're in the system, they can set up their own individual or family account. So select your account type, enter your first name, your last name, a phone number, an email address, confirm that email address, type in a username and a password. Okay? One important thing I will say related to your email address, please make sure you use an email address that's actually checked. Through the process, various emails will be sent, whether it's receipts when you register for events or things like that. So we want to make sure somebody's getting those emails. Also, as part of account creation, you will get a verification email sent to you when you hit create account. That verification email you have to open, you have to click a link so the system knows that, yes, you're a real person and that's a real email address. So make sure it's something you get. When you hit create account, Give it a couple minutes for that verification email to arrive. If it doesn't, make sure you double check your spam or trash folders. Sometimes they end up in there. If you still have issues with that, if it doesn't show up for some reason, give us a call at the service center. Again, ask for Mike or Leslie, and we can help you out. So that's the basics of creating an account. Once you have an account or using the information that we provide to you, you can go ahead and log in. I'll do that here in a minute. If you have issues, you lose your password, you can see here, enter an email address, and it'll click and it'll email you your password. But we're going to go ahead and log in. I'm going to be logging in using kind of a test account so I can show you what's going on for a test unit that we set up. So I'm going to type in my username, my browser saves it, put in my password, and click login. Give it a second to log in. Okay, now we're logged in. I'm going to show you a couple things here on this login page, the home page, before we get to updating your profile. Again, in the top right corner is the phone number for the Council Service Center if you need it, support. The user manual is up there. The log out button is up there. This page shows you all of the different events that are out there in the Tentaroo system. Some are available for registration, some are not. It does currently, as of January 29th, 2015, does say show facilities for Bayshore Scout Reservation. Even though this is here, you cannot, as of the end of January, sign up or reserve facilities. That's not turned on as of yet, but because there are some in the system, it does show up. Just in case you have a question, I'm using a test account with a troop that got set up from the North Florida Council, so you can see that over here. If you click on different events or trainings, so I clicked on blue training. Gives me it'll show me, once I do set up an event registration, it'll show me everybody who is registered, when they registered, how much was paid, if there's anything still outstanding in the cart, and if there's a balance owed. Also over here on the right, I can get information about that training. So blue training, I can access the leader guide, or it's technically the registration form and information about that training by clicking here. The event contact information, who's in charge of the training. Beth Katz is currently listed because she's our council training chair, has her email. Where the event is going to be, it's at Camp Mac, and then it also has our council information. Also on this home page are a number of icons which I want to go through. The home page is what we're on now. Profile is where you update information about either your unit or yourself. If you set up a family or individual account, we'll come to that soon. There's an icon where you can update your roster, which will be the subject of a second video. You can go to event registration. There's the shopping cart. Right now, if I hover over it, I get a message saying that there's 0 items in the cart for $0, and it's grayed out. If I do make an event registration, it will show up in there for me to check out. And then the last one is orders. This is for other items. Right now we have nothing set up to order, so there's really nothing to do with that one at the moment. So now that we have talked about the home page, and I'm going to go to Profile and show you how to update your unit or individual profile. So I click on Profile, okay, and this takes me to this screen. And I can, from this, update a lot of information about my unit. Units that are already in, it'll show in here. It shows group type, which is a unit or an individual, the unit number, their council that they're from, whether they're a troop, crew, or a pack, and their district. All that is already set for PA Dutch Council units. The next thing is that's important to know is a primary contact. I can put in my primary contact person, whoever's going to be the main person entering Tentaroo registrations. This should be the person in here. So put in a first name, last name, a contact phone number, an alternate phone number if you have it, an email address, again, that works. A lot of this is developed when you create your account. Your address goes in there, and all of those kinds of things. One of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to take out my phone number. So you see, if I make a change to my primary contact information, a message shows up down here at the bottom that there are changes that have not been saved. Okay? Anytime you change any information on any page in Tentaroo, make sure that you hit save down at the bottom or it's not saved. So making sure to save is an important thing. So I'm going to put my phone number back in. 5, okay, and I'm going to hit save because I made a change. So I save that, and that's the information's in there. The other thing I can do from this page is I can set up an alternate contact. You can give their name, their phone number, their email. I would suggest units go ahead and set up an alternate contact. That way, if there are issues with registrations, we have a second person that we know we can contact when things are going on. Make sure, again, that this is an email address that's checked because they may get emails with event registration information. And finally, on the profile page, you can update your account username and password. Units that are signing in for the first time, I would recommend going in here and updating your username and password from the temporary ones that we provide you. Okay? And again, if you make any changes, always at the bottom hit save. So that brings us to the end of our first video, logging into Tentaroo and updating your profile. And our future videos will include updating your roster, how to register for an event, and eventually how to sign up for a facility. Thanks a lot. Catch you on the next video.